Just 3 games left to go, only 2 points between us and second, and I really want to keep hold of the first spot. Hey guys, and welcome to episode, I want to say 22. Is it 22? It is 22. Welcome to episode 22 of One Team and One Dream. Hey guys, welcome to episode 22 of One Team, One Dream Into the Woods. My name is James, and on today's episode, we have up to the final 3 games of the season. We have Dulwich Hamlet, Havant and Waterlooville, and finally our growing rivals in Chesterfield to see out the regular season as we try and keep our top spot, which we were making a bit of a mess of and really making it difficult for ourselves. Since the last episode, it has been very on and off. So the last episode included Bromley, which was the 2-1 win, and then we drew 1-0 against Hartlepool. Since then, we've had 3 wins, but in between we have lost to Yeovil, who were doing absolutely nothing this season, and I can't even explain that loss if I'm honest. And then we had a draw against Solihull Moors, who came to us. They put everyone behind the ball and just wanted to see out the game, and we couldn't break them down, unfortunately, which is slightly worrying. But luckily, we're so late on in the season, hopefully it won't make a difference. But we did manage to get the 3 wins. I think Hartlepool had a bit of mixed form in there as well. Otherwise, they would probably be top of the table at this point. Which means that with only 3 games left to go, we are 2 points ahead of Hartlepool. We are 5 points ahead of Notts County and 9 points ahead of Wrexham. So Wrexham are out of the equation, but any of the top 3 could still take the top spot. I'm going to guess, based on form, it's probably going to be between ourselves and Hartlepool, but we are still in the driving seat. And so the plan is, if we keep winning, they can't catch us. And if they slip up in one of their final games, hopefully we won't need all 3 to be able to win the title, because that is going to make the final game of the season very nerve-wracking. The only other piece of news, which is extremely exciting, looking forward to next season, I've been looking through the contracts that are due in the summer. There are a number of them, especially some of the older players or some of the fringe players that are due, that are likely to be going. One, though, that has signed on the dotted line is Sorba Thomas, who has signed a new 3-year deal. He'll be with us now until 2025. He is on £1,200 a week, so he is now one of the highest paid players at the club. And he has a wide selection of clauses in there as well. But with him currently playing at a League 2 level with the potential to be a League 1 left winger in the future, it is fantastic to get him tied down to that, because there were a number of clubs who were very much interested in him. I know now, saying that he's not actually in the squad, but I am reluctant to change back to a formation where we're using wingers, as this 4-3-1-2 has been really reliable in the back end of this season, and I just want to see out this season, win the title, go up, and then we can review that in the summer and bring him back into the fold, because there are a number of wingers who we have at the club who have really good potential we want to develop. But also what will happen is a number of the fringe players will also leave and give us a bit of a clear picture of what type of formation we can do next season if we go up to try and survive the relegation of League 2. So going into the first of possibly 3 matches of today's episode, we have Huddard in goal, a back 4 of Angol, Fifield, Tricker and Winter, Adebayi, McDonnell and Mundell in central midfield. Iqbal comes in the attacking midfield role, and then Fagan and Colehurst are up front. As usual, I have switched around the midfield a little bit. McDonnell has now come back in as a ball-winning midfielder. Iqbal has now gone forward. Want to try something a little bit different, as I felt we weren't creating enough in this space, as well as Lewis has been playing, or had been playing in recent games. I didn't feel we were creating a quality of chance that I think we could do. So I think with somebody a bit more creative behind both Fagan and Colehurst, hopefully they'll be able to convert a few more chances. So let's get into the match. Hopefully we continue our increasingly good form that we've managed to pick up in the last kind of half a dozen games of the season, and we can try and get over the finish line. And on 29 minutes, Hamlet are the first to have a highlight with a throw-in. Ball comes in the centre to Barbosa, out to Rickard, whipped into the centre to Coley. The ball is cleared though by Tricker as far as Colehurst. Can we counter-attack here? Mundell now with the ball. Colehurst in a little bit of space, coming into the penalty area. Is he going to whip it across for his partner? I don't know what he tried to do there. He tried to backheel it past the player. I'm not sure what on earth went on there. But Barbosa now has the ball for Hamlet after we lost the ball. Coley forward. Tricker clears it yet again. But as far as, I think it was Mundell, Smith to Hutchinson in the penalty area. Brilliant block by, not sure who that was in the centre. Was that Tricker yet again? That was Tricker yet again, playing really well. Winter with the ball forward this time. Coles with the ball yet again in the penalty area. Can he do something a bit more with it? But yet again, a very poor decision by Colehurst. He could have dragged it back. I mean, he had a number of Hamlet players in the centre, but decided to go straight at the goalkeeper. Ball out for a corner. McDonald with the corner. Whipped into the centre. Rickards not even challenged and manages to clear it. However, I've just realised on 37 minutes, the gap is now 3 points because Hartlepool are now losing. They are losing to Torquay. As we have a highlight here, Winter and Colehurst have had a 1-2 from a throw-in to Mundell, to McDonald. Shoots from range into the top corner. Mundell with an absolute worldie for his 4th goal of the season. Making his mark back in the squad as the captain again. Winter with the ball here. That's how you flick it into Mundell. To McDonald, from range, smashed into the top corner to put us 1-0 up. And that should, in theory, now put us 5 points ahead of Hartlepool going into the second half of this game. Right, let's get this out of the way. Dressing room, pump the fist. I'm going to go with that. Yep, they've given you a lot of credit. Go out and give them a worthy display. I want to see, bring up the, no, I don't want to see a highlight. I want to see the league table. But we have a highlight here with McDonald to Adebayi. Out wide to Angol. He's never been out wide. Angol to Adebayi. Whipped into the centre. Colehurst with the ball. Header just over the top. It's difficult to try and commentate on that when I'm half thinking about the table. There we go. We are 5 points ahead now. We are 5 points ahead. If this stays like this, we only need one more win to win the title. So we wouldn't need that final match of the season. Come on, lads. Let's keep this going. Let's take advantage of this situation. But Hamlet have the ball and they've gone forward with Taylor Crossdale into the centre. Martel, Taylor Crossdale. I always worry at this level when I see a player that I recognise. That is always going to be a concern. And Taylor Crossdale in loads of space. Lomas with the ball forward. Into the centre, not being marked by Fifield. Fifield is leaving this year, and I think that is probably about time because he has been struggling, especially against some of the faster strikers. Right, I think it's time to make some changes. Iqbal is on 6.4 and he is struggling, so I'm going to bring on Lewis for him. Let's put him in his more comfortable role of a advanced playmaker. Angol is also struggling, but I don't have Femi on the bench to bring on for him. Hopefully that isn't too much of a problem. But also Fifield on a booking. I'm going to take him off, bring on Tizard. Hopefully to inject at least a little bit of youth into that back four. And hopefully a little bit of pace. However, the worrying thing is both of them are showing as nervous, which is not a great start going into this final half hour. I'm going to demand more from the players. Let's also go attacking. We need to take advantage of this situation. As long as Torquay are still 1-0 up, we have the opportunity. McDonald with the free kick whipped into the centre to Adebayi. Adebayi with a header over the top this time. Both him and Colehurst have had opportunities in this second half. And we've just not taken it. 10 minutes left to go. Let's see if there's anything else that we can do. I mean, Fagan is having an awful game. Let's bring on Banj for him for the final few minutes. See if he can pop up. A couple of times this season he has popped up with a goal. I think we'll do another shout. Let's demand more from the players. Worryingly though, Hamlet have a corner whipped into the centre with McLean. Luckily Huddard matches it and manages to clutch the ball to his chest. Is he going to go long? As he has done so many times this season, he hits it forward, trying to find Colehurst or Banj, but doesn't manage to find either. Lomas with the ball forward. Tricker manages to clear it. As far as Lewis, can he create something last couple of minutes? He has found space in the centre, past the defence, past the goalkeeper for his 9th goal of the season. And with just a couple of minutes left to play, Lewis comes off the bench, super sub. The defence just opened up. It was like the parting of the sea. Lewis had the ball here, runs forward. I'm not sure what was going on. I think the strikers distracted the defenders long enough, thinking that Lewis was going to put it through for one of those, but he ran through himself, slots it past the goalkeeper. So we are now back to being 5 points ahead at the top of the table with only a couple of minutes left to go. However, Hamlet have a highlight here with 3.5 minutes of regulation time. Ball into the centre for Taylor Crossdale. Lucky Taylor Crossdale misses a header and it goes out for a goal kick. I say regulation time, it's injury time. I don't know where that came from. But coming up to the last couple of minutes, that is it. It is full time. What a win. That is crucial going into these final couple of games. Outstretched arms, good work. We did what we needed to do today. Hopefully Hartlepool are still only 1-0 down. Where are they? Hartlepool lost. That puts us 5 points ahead. That means, regardless of what happens at Hartlepool, if we win the next match, we go up as champions to the Football League. So it is Monday the 18th of April at 3 o'clock. And we are about to face 22nd and in theory already relegated Havant and Waterlooville at home at Meadow Park. If we manage to beat Havant and Waterlooville, we win the title. We have set this up perfectly for ourselves to be in our own hands. We had a team talk in between the matches where I eased the expectations. I congratulated them on a fantastic achievement this season of even putting themselves in title contention. And it seemed to relax them a little bit more. Hopefully that will spur them on to actually get this match. We should be beating Havant and Waterlooville in this match anyway, regardless of what would be at stake. I'm hoping they think about that and get the win today. So going into this match, there's only 2 changes. Iqbal, I've switched to a advanced playmaker rather than a attacking midfielder, and Lewis comes in the Mazzala role for Mundell, who was tired. Tricker is also not 100%, but I'd rather keep him on as he is our best defender at the club. So other than that, I'm not changing anything other than we've got into this with a attacking mentality. We're going to come out of it from the gun, try and get a goal early to settle the nerves and put us on our way to our title win. I'm going to pump the fists, say the media have given us a lot of credit. That seems to have worked well this season, that tactic. And here we have the posh TV intro with the team with the teams coming up. That team talk has worked well this season. Hopefully going into them, it takes the pressure off the match itself and says to them that you're not going out there to win the title. You're going out there to show everyone that you are good enough to win the title. Hopefully that will have a positive effect on the team. We have a highlight here on 30 minutes. Havant and Waterlooville have a free kick on the edge of the penalty area, whipped into the centre. Huddard with the flick over the crossbar for a corner. Great save there by Huddard, paying attention to what's going on. Howells with the corner into the centre, comes down to Bailey, but Lewis manages to clear it. Now to Coles. Colehurst on the counter-attack. He's only got one man in front of him just to keep it a beat in space. I'm not sure why he went as wide as he did. That's 2 matches in a row now he's done that. I don't know why he went for... He didn't know no reason he needed to go as wide as that. Banger's been in that situation, and Banger's 18 years old, and he has scored from that kind of situation. But coming into half-time, 0-0. I believe it is also 0-0 in the Hartlepool match, which means that we are still winning the title from this position. I'm going to pump the fist. We are the better team here. Carry on with what you're doing. And we have a highlight straight from kickoff. Colehurst to Fifield. To Tricker. Tricker comes forward looking for a pass. Goes out wide to Winter. Winter with a little bit of space now. Goes past one man. Chips it forward looking for Colehurst. Unfortunately, Robson manages to collect it for Havant. Now to Kazim. Bringing the ball forward. Howells with the ball now. Brilliant tackle there by McDonnell. Winter now has the ball. We look to bring the ball forward again. Iqbal. Winter. Very carefully paced, but big ball forward. Fagan is through into the penalty area. Falls to Colehurst. Colehurst with a second opportunity. Hall manages to save it. The defender manages to tackle. Ball back in the centre. Adebayi. And Adebayi scores for his second goal of the season, putting us 1-0 up after 1 minute in the second half. We've got a long way to go, but could that be the goal that sends us into the Football League? It was very hit and miss in that penalty area. There was multiple shots going and the bodies flying everywhere. But Colehurst managed to find just a gap to pop it through to Adebayi, who puts it in. So for only his second goal of the season, but probably the most important goal that him or anyone has scored this season. We are now 6 points ahead No, that's terrible maths. We are 5 points ahead of Hartlepool, which makes me think they must be winning as well. But Havant have the ball into the centre. Bakayeo with the ball there, but the shot was weak. Goes to Huddard. Not sure what Huddard was doing there, picking up that ball up and putting it back down again. But the shot was very weak. Luckily, it came to nothing. And with just 20 minutes left to play, we are 20 minutes from the Football League and the National League title. Fagan isn't playing very well again. I'm going to bring on Banj for him. Lewis is also looking apprehensive and has been booked. So let's bring on Mundell for the last couple of minutes. He is looking nervous, but I'd rather have a partially fit Mundell than a nervous player on a booking. Huddard with a free kick in our half, in our penalty area to Angol. Angol just wandering past his man with no pressure at all. Whipped into the centre to Colehurst with the header into the bottom corner to make it number 20 for him this season. Make it 2-0 for us. And unless we absolutely fall apart, and I'm not ruling it out, but unless we absolutely fall apart in this last 15 minutes, that goal should confirm us as champions and going into the Football League for the first time in Boreham Wood history. 10 minutes left to play and we have a free kick. Madonna with the ball whipped into the centre. Hall manages to dive out. Is that a penalty? We have a penalty. Colehurst to take the penalty to make it 3. I think it was a shove as the ball came into the centre. Colehurst just to put the icing on the cake, and he does for number 21. 3 for us today, and we are champions of the National League. I am calling it now. Call as you like. You'd think it was just any other game for him. But we have another highlight here with just over 5 minutes left to play. McDonnell with the ball to Adebayi, to Iqbal, to McDonnell, to Mundell. We are playing comfortably now. Havant and Waterlooville appear like they've given up. Into the centre to Iqbal, into the top corner. I think the goalkeeper got a hand to it, but he could not stop. Number 4 for us today. In this second half, we have given an absolute masterclass of a professional win. I saw in a news interview before the match that the manager of Havant Waterlooville, don't know what his name is, it doesn't matter, I don't care, said he was going to try and humiliate us. But we have humiliated them today. And we're coming into injury time. They have the ball into the centre. Are they going to get a goal? The ball is pinging around everywhere, but I think there's offside. It is offside. I think that's pretty much it now. There we have it. We have the trophy ceremony. We were expected to only get just into the playoffs. No one expected us to even be able to fight for the title. But Boreham Wood are National League champions, and we go into the Football League for the first time in the club's history. Absolutely fantastic, with one game left to play. And there we go. They do a lap of honour round the field into what is actually probably one of our bigger attendances of the season as well, up at Meadow Park. What a game to win the title. We absolutely tore Havant at Waterlooville apart in that second half. Look at the change in XG. Absolutely smashed them in that second half. Everyone played well. Outstretched arms. Congratulations, lads. Completely deserving of what they have done absolutely amazingly this season. They have defied so many odds by winning the title and winning automatic promotion. After losing to Chesterfield last season in the playoffs, I honestly thought it was going to be a struggle this season, especially when the media were stating that we were only going to be around 10th place. But there we have it confirmed. Boreham Wood win the Vanarama National League. The board are delighted the fact that we have managed to achieve promotion 2 years ahead of schedule. And Colehurst, he's not been in the form he was last season, but he's still scored 21 goals in the end this season, capping it off with our title win. And I think I'm going to leave it there. I was going to run through and try and go to the season review. I think we'll do that on the next episode. I'll also then look at contracts and seeing what we want to do in the transfer window. I'll play the transfer window offline, And then the following episode after that will be the first game ever in the Football League as we start our League 2 campaign. We'll also cover all the transfers that has happened in that episode as well, as we try and somehow survive League 2. I'm not sure how we're going to do it, but we do have a lot of potential at the club, so hopefully they're going to come along with us as well. We have done it and we have made it to the Football League. If you've enjoyed that, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified of brand new FM21 videos from me as we start our campaign in the Football League. And thank you very much for watching.